The 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Airborne, the famed Night Stalkers, is the U.S. military's most elite helicopter aviation force, specializing in difficult, high-risk missions conducted primarily under the cover of darkness. The unit's reputation stems from its unmatched ability to fly in conditions that would ground even highly trained conventional aviators. Their mastery of low-level terrain navigation, night vision goggle, NVG, operations, precise infiltration into tiny landing zones, and sustained performance under enemy fire has made them the trusted aviation wing of America's top-tier special operations units. Everything about the Night Stalkers, from their aircraft to their training culture to their internal mindset, is built around the idea of completing missions that would be impossible for anyone else. The unit's origins lie in the aftermath of the failed 1980 Operation Eagle Claw, when mechanical and coordination failures prevented the rescue of American hostages in Iran. The U.S. military realized it needed a dedicated aviation unit with pilots trained specifically for long-range, clandestine special operations. Early volunteers, many of whom came from diverse aviation backgrounds, were tasked with developing the techniques, equipment modifications, and tactics required for reliable deep penetration missions. Their constant trial-and-error approach, long nights of flying, and intense focus on improving survivability laid the foundation for the modern 160th SOAR. The regiment officially formed in 1981, growing from a small experimental detachment into a highly structured, multi-battalion Special Operations Aviation Regiment that has operated continuously since the early 1980s. One of the defining traits of the Night Stalkers is their ability to fly nap of the earth, meaning at extremely low altitudes where the helicopter stays just above the ground or treetops to avoid detection by radar and enemy observation. Doing this at night, in rugged terrain, under NVGs, and at high speed demands unparalleled skill. Pilots must process terrain features, obstacles, and threat warnings in real time, often relying on instinct developed through thousands of hours of intense training. Flying missions that push the physical and technical limits of rotary wing aviation requires crews who remain calm, analytical, and fully synchronized with each other. The slightest miscalculation, one tree, one ridgeline, one wire, can end a mission instantly, yet Night Stalkers conduct these flights routinely. Their aircraft are highly specialized variants of standard Army helicopters. The MH-6 Little Bird and its attack version, the AH-6, are small, agile platforms capable of landing on rooftops, alleyways, narrow ledges, or virtually any confined space where other aircraft cannot operate. The MH-60 Black Hawk variants in the regiment are fitted with advanced navigation systems, electronic countermeasures, aerial refueling probes, and custom configurations that allow them to insert assault teams with speed and precision. The MH-47G Chinook, one of the regiment's most iconic aircraft, is a long-range, heavy-lift platform modified for night operations, aerial refueling, and long-duration missions deep inside hostile territory. These aircraft often carry blacked-out paint schemes, infrared lighting, and mission-specific modifications that remain among the most advanced in the world. Training for the unit is notoriously brutal. Candidates, regardless of their prior experience, enter Green Platoon, a rigorous program that evaluates physical strength, flying skill, stress tolerance, and the ability to function flawlessly in chaotic, high-pressure environments. Pilots learn to execute demanding maneuvers using night vision goggles, navigate using terrain instead of digital maps, and coordinate with ground forces during simulated raids. Crew chiefs and support personnel face their own versions of this demanding pipeline, which tests technical knowledge, endurance, and the ability to sustain aircraft in extreme conditions. Only a fraction of candidates successfully complete Green Platoon, and even those who do must continue to train constantly to maintain the regiment's ferocious standards. For Night Stalkers, learning never stops. Every mission, every flight hour, every after-action review is treated as an opportunity to refine their craft. Operationally, the Night Stalkers have participated in nearly every major U.S. Special Operations mission of the last 4 decades. During Operation Gothic Serpent in Somalia in 1993, their Black Hawks and Little Birds inserted Delta Force operators and Rangers into the heart of Mogadishu, engaging in intense urban combat while conducting rescue attempts under heavy fire. Throughout Iraq and Afghanistan, they flew nightly missions supporting elite units carrying out raids, hostage rescues, and counter-terrorism operations. Their role in the 2011 Abbottabad raid that resulted in the death of Osama bin Laden further cemented their status in modern military history. Using stealth-modified Black Hawks, Night Stalkers delivered U.S. Navy SEALs deep into Pakistani territory with precision and secrecy, executing what is considered one of the most complex aviation missions ever conducted. The culture of the Night Stalkers is built around humility, discipline, and relentless commitment. Their motto, "Night Stalkers Don't Quit," is more than a slogan. It reflects an ethos of endurance and responsibility toward the teams they carry into battle. Every Night Stalker understands that elite ground forces depend on them not only for transportation but for survival. This responsibility drives them to rehearse missions repeatedly, study terrain maps extensively, and approach each flight with uncompromising professionalism. They are known for a quiet, intense work ethic and a refusal to rest until the mission is accomplished and every person is safely home. Today, the 160th SOAR continues to evolve, integrating new technologies, improving aircraft systems, and developing more sophisticated tactics to meet emerging threats. Whether flying at high altitude in mountainous regions, navigating hostile urban environments, or operating across long distances with minimal support, the Night Stalkers remain the world's leading practitioners of special operations aviation. Their combination of technical mastery, courage, and unwavering reliability makes them indispensable to U.S. Special Operations Forces, and one of the most respected units in the entire military.